Can you spot the changes in the after picture on the right? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how those improvements were made and how you can apply them yourself to look more attractive than ever. Hi, this is Emmo and I've spent several years studying male facial aesthetics, personal style and how to optimize your appearance as a man. This guide will teach you some of our most effective men's grooming strategies that are based on the secret art of using optical illusions to transform your face with your beard, hair, a few simple men's grooming products and some clever hacks most men have never even considered or heard about. I'm not here to waste your time with basic advice like brushing your teeth or using moisturizer. What you're about to learn in this video is more powerful than makeup for women. Step 1. Analyze your jaw. Is it narrow, wide, round or angular? Wide angular jaws are seen as highly attractive in men because they signal high testosterone. It's also one of the first things women notice in a man's face. Case A. If your jaw is wide but appears more round than angular, the issue is likely easy to fix. In most cases, this lack of definition is due to higher body fat, not your bone structure. Simply lowering your body fat percentage can make your jawline appear much sharper. Once you've leaned out, you can take it a step further. Grow stubble up to 5 mm and shave your neck down to 0 mm. This contrast between the jawline and neck will make your jaw pop even more. Case B. On the other hand, if your jaw is naturally narrow, fat loss alone won't make a big difference. In that case, a well-styled beard can be a game changer. As long as you can grow some facial hair along your jawline, you can dramatically improve an average or even weak jawline using that facial hair. But be careful. If your goal is to be more attractive to women, remember that most don't find bulky or overly long beards appealing. Choose one of the beard styles shown here based on how and where your facial hair naturally grows. Most of them follow a common principle. They're longer along the jawline and shorter on the cheeks. This keeps the beard from looking too big while giving you the ability to shape and sculpt it in a way that makes your jaw look wider and more angular. That way, you get the best of both worlds. I'm a good example. My jawline is average, not especially angular or wide, but with the right beard style, it looks sharp and almost sculpted. Let's continue. A well-shaped beard can make your chin look taller or wider, adding to a masculine appearance, which is especially helpful if your face has softer features like gentle eyes. Next, if needed, you can also create vertical lines around your mouth, as shown in these examples. This can make your chin appear more forward projecting, a trait that adds to a more masculine look. Combined with straight cheek lines like the ones in this example, the effect becomes even stronger. What you should definitely avoid are cheek lines that curve upward, like in these examples, as they can make your face look round and chubby even if you're actually lean. The next step is to shave your neck down to 0 mm. If you skip this, your jawline will blend into your neck and lose definition. Additionally, if you want, you can use a beard pen to perfect your beard, especially if you have patchy areas. Now we're moving on to hair. Just a quick note, I'll cover this in more detail in a separate video since it's a much more complex topic than most people think. But for now, here are the key hairstyle tips in a nutshell. First, choose a haircut that makes your head shape appear more angular, not round or egg-shaped. If your jaw is on the weaker side, avoid top-heavy hairstyles and keep the sides short to make your jaw look broader. On the flip side, if you already have a strong or maybe even hyper-masculine face, growing your hair longer can add balance, making your overall appearance look more refined, intelligent and high status. While hyper-feminine faces can look attractive to us men, hyper-masculine faces often don't look attractive to women. They're often associated with lower intelligence, especially lower social intelligence and status. Don't get me wrong, women definitely like masculine men, but beyond a certain point, too much masculinity can become a problem. That's why longer hairstyles can be a helpful tool for those men. Let's move on. Look at both of these images. Which one looks more attractive? Most of you will say the one on the right, and the only difference is the neck width. As a man, your neck is part of your face. Remember that sentence. A wide neck can make the whole face look more masculine. To achieve that, here are two quick tips. First, push your head backwards, and I said push, not tilt. From the front, this makes your neck automatically look wider. Second, train your neck muscles. But I want to point out, the neck is a sensitive area, so you need to be careful. Always start with a warm-up and focus on slow, controlled movements. And if you want to play it extra safe, consult a sports doctor beforehand. Next, eyebrows make a huge difference in how a man looks. Thick, dense brows are often a sign of high DHT levels, a hormone linked to masculinity, but it's not just about density. The shape and position of your eyebrows matter too. They can make you look either anxious and uncertain or confident and assertive. Ideally, you want straight brows that sit close to your eyes with a slight downward angle toward the nose. This creates a stronger, more dominant look. Get used to keeping your eyebrows in a lower position and avoid tilting your head too far back if your goal is to make your gaze look more dominant. If you have weaker eyebrows, there are plenty of tips and tricks, from minoxidil to microblading to eyebrow transplants. But the simplest fix is this: use a tinted eyebrow brush or an eyebrow pencil for men. Apply it just below the brows, then use an eyebrow razor to shape them as straight as possible. If your eyebrows are already full but you want them just slightly darker, you can use an eyebrow gel that adds a bit of shine. Let's keep going. Take a look at both photos. Which one do my eyes look more attractive in? You probably chose the right one. And that's because my eyes are slightly squinted in that picture. Narrowed eyes tend to look more attractive in men. It's a subtle trick male models have been using for years, and in this case the old saying holds true: beauty comes from within. If you're an anxious guy, chances are you walk around with your eyes wide open all the time. But as you grow more confident, your eyes will naturally start to narrow. Still, it's something you can train, making it to a habit. Practice squinting your eyes just slightly, just a few millimeters. Don't overdo it. The key is subtlety. Next, the under eye area. Compact, deep-set eyes are a typical male trait influenced by testosterone. However, prominent dark circles can make your eyes appear not only tired-looking, but also less compact. While some degree of darkness under the eyes is completely normal, excessive under-eye shadows can reduce the overall attractiveness of your eyes. Many people assume dark circles are only caused by poor sleep or diet, and while that's sometimes true, they're often linked to structural changes such as bone or fat loss, which naturally increase with age. Don't stress about it. Start by addressing the basics to reduce skin-related causes of dark under-eye circles. Get enough sleep, stay well hydrated, eat a balanced diet, and consider possible allergies, which can sometimes contribute to dark under-eye circles. Topical creams with caffeine may help temporarily by constricting the small blood vessels under the eyes, reducing darkness. If the issue is caused by hyperpigmentation, a vitamin C serum can gradually brighten the area over time. For structural causes, such as a lack of bone or fat beneath the eyes, creams and roll-ons containing hyaluronic acid can provide a temporary plumping effect. However, one of the quickest and easiest solutions is simply using a concealer. Apply a small amount to the shadowed areas and you're all set. By the way, injectable under-eye fillers were once a popular solution, but they're no longer widely recommended due to the risk of complications. I should also mention that there's a surprising amount you can do to enhance the attractiveness of your eyes. But since it's a deeper topic that takes more time to cover, we'll save it for a separate video. Next, skin issues can be a sign of poor health or an unbalanced diet, which is why skin quality is strongly linked to overall attractiveness. Even healthy skin looks way more attractive than uneven or blemished skin. One of the easiest hacks to make your skin look healthier and more even is to use a self-tanner. My girlfriend uses self-tanner instead of makeup. Of course, you could tan in the sun or use a tanning bed, but UV rays are the last thing you want if you want to look good long term. So simply use self-tanner. For a long-term fix, consider retinol. It's more powerful than retinol, but also less irritating. It helps smooth out texture and fade hyperpigmentation. Pair it with niacinamide, a vitamin B3 derivative that calms inflammation, shrinks pores, and strengthens your skin barrier. Perfect for achieving a smoother, more even look. Also consider BHA peels like salicylic acid. They unclog pores, dissolve excess oil, and prevent breakouts at the root. Ideal if you deal with acne or blackheads. Together, these ingredients are a powerful combo to clear your skin, improve tone, and keep it glowing. In case you suffer from serious acne even though you're past puberty, you should go see a doctor. Antibiotics or isotretinoin might help, depending on the cause of your acne. Now we come to one of the most important factors for facial attractiveness, which is a defined face. A defined face signals high testosterone, which is why men with defined faces usually look more attractive. Try to get your face relatively lean, but not so much that you look like an alcoholic. Here are two basic rules. First, most men don't really know what a low body fat percentage actually means. Here's a simple trick. Your midsection is a good indicator for your facial definition. If your abs are clearly visible, you've likely reached your optimal level. If they're not, there's probably still a lot of potential to further define your face. Second, reduce water retention in your face. This might sound counterintuitive, but you need to drink plenty of water. The less hydrated you are, the more your body holds onto water. Also, try to eat fewer carbs and limit excessive salt intake. Both cause your body to retain water. But don't cut out salt entirely, your body still needs it to function properly. The real trick is to avoid processed foods, which often contain large amounts of hidden salt. Also, alcohol can cause water retention in the face, but most people already know that. Lastly, here are a few quick tips. Yellow teeth can quickly make an otherwise attractive face look less appealing. Professional whitening or over-the-counter whitening strips can make a big difference. Gray hair can look good in some cases, but when it appears at a young age, it can make your face look tired or unhealthy. I have this issue myself due to genetics, which is why I dye both my hair and beard. With that being said, of course, this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to improving your appearance. There's still plenty more you can do to enhance your looks, and we'll be covering that in future videos. If you're interested in male facial aesthetics, consider to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.